Queen's Park in your government, and it is very sobering, I think, for all of us to realize that if we were doing this in Sri Lanka, we would all be being arrested right now. That for saying and expressing ideas of freedom and dignity and equality in Sri Lanka, if you're a Tamil, means that you have to fear for your life and fear for your family's life. There, last weekend, and for the third year in a row, and we will do this every year the week before May 18th, we go down to the brickworks and you'll see a plaque there to remember Molle Valkal, to remember the 40,000 people who were slaughtered in a genocide, and to plant a tree. And our goal is to plant 40,000 trees, one for every person who was lost. A tree for, in the Tamil tradition, is a powerful symbol of shelter and safety. And it is why so many of us have come to Canada. We are the most multiracial, multi-faith, complex society in the world. And today we are all Tamils. Ukrainians can relate to Tamils because 6 million Ukrainians were starved to death during the Holodomor. And one of the reasons there are so many Ukrainians in Canada, because they had to come here so their families could be safe, so they could be free.
Hello.
Jews arrived here.
Hello.
6 million Jews were killed in the Holocaust in Western Europe. They came here because to express their religion, to be free, was impossible. It meant death. And we can continue that from the Kamagata Maru when the Sikhs came and were turned back. Chileans, thousands of them who were killed by Pinochet when their democracy was overthrown by the military. Your journey is a very Canadian journey. And part of being Canadian is supporting everybody, supporting and ensuring that the human rights that Pierre Trudeau brought to this country and our Constitution aren't just rights that Tamils in Canada enjoy, or Ukrainians in Canada enjoy, or Jews in Canada enjoys, or survivors of the Rwanda genocide enjoy in Canada. Our mission as Canadians, as brothers and sisters, is to continue this fight. Our foreign policy must ensure that we stand up against oppressive regimes until everybody is free. Free to express their religion, free to express their politics, free to express who they are and live in safety and respect. This is our very mission as Canadians. And while we are free here, we sit, we stand, and we will not bend until everyone in Sri Lanka, every Tamil, is free and people acknowledge there's a genocide and are not afraid to use the word to tell the truth. Coming up later is a young man I have a huge amount of respect for, who recently won the Queen's Jubilee Medal, which shows that Her Majesty has a little sense of humor given some of the things that my friend has said about the monarchy. But Krishna Saravanamatu is someone I've always been proud to support. He is a young Canadian and a young Tamil that gives us all hope. And he single-handedly went out and raised an effort to lead a campaign in this country to make sure that the United Nations panel that was reviewing the situation in Sri Lanka had the evidence to come to the conclusion that this was a crime against humanity and that these were war crimes. And he is a shining example of what each of us can do when we think we're powerless or governments are powerful and they're taking our rights away, they're killing our family, and they're terrorizing us. He is an example of the kind of power one person can have in changing a conversation and changing the world. So as we gather here today, remember we are strong. Remember that you are welcome and brothers and sisters in the Canadian family, and there is no contradiction in being a proud Tamil and a proud Canadian. Know you are not alone, and as I have been here every year, I will stand with you and I will fight with you as long as I have a breath. God bless and keep you safe. Thank you.